You hear the ladies shrieking. That's because T-City is making his way to the octagon, the former title challenger, Brian Ortega. And a lot of people, DC, do believe for this jiu-jitsu practitioner, his ceiling is championship, and eventually he'll get it.
Yes, the ladies go crazy for T-City. Even his video game character is the best-looking guy out here. Brian Ortega is a jiu-jitsu guy, but as you saw in the Frankie Edgar fight, he has now developed striking to match. That was a massive uppercut that floored a guy that had never been finished before. So as long as he continues to improve, John, he will realize the UFC championship before it's all said and done.
All class outside the octagon with his Brian Ortega foundation, but T-City has got his eyes fixed on the prize. Title eliminator of sorts here tonight. Well, there have been so many great undisputed featherweight champions in UFC history. Max Holloway, Jose Aldo, Alexander Volkanovski, and this is the latest entrant, another guy who people believe could be just as special.
John, think about the names that you just listed. These are three of the greatest names the sport has ever seen. And this man is starting to build a resume where he stands alongside some of the greatest featherweight champions of all time. He is just a beast of an athlete. He is a beast of a champion, and he believes that tonight it will just be another notch on the belt as he keeps his championship belt.
We asked him at the fighter meeting, is this title challenger the toughest fight of your career? He smiled and said no comment. We'll see you later tonight. Well, so much UFC history has played out here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Plenty more where that came from tonight. The athletes are ready to go. Our tale of the tape for this featherweight championship fight. The veteran voice of the octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Featherweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Brian T-City Ortega. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Featherweight Champion of the world, Diego Lopes!
Herb Dean, third party in the octagon tonight. Well, for all the places we go in the world, few can hold up to this one. Good evening from T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Opened April of 2016. UFC went there for the first time at UFC 200, and they've been bringing big shows seemingly every other month ever since.
They call Vegas the fight capital of the world. And if you're talking about a home base for the UFC, you're talking about T-Mobile Arena, home to some of the biggest UFC events ever. UFC 200, Conor McGregor versus Khabib Nurmagomedov. This place has been the home of some of the biggest UFC fights in history. Tonight, you get to take the same walk to that octagon to try to make your mark on the sport.
Well, it looks as though that strike maybe opened up a cut around the eye area.
Yeah, it looks like that strike opened up a cut, John, but it's nothing to worry about.
Offering up over the top. This fight's going to be over, DC.
What a great way of mixing up his attack. He didn't stay the course. He mixed it up. He went high when his opponent thought he was going low, and now he's got him hurt very badly.
Oh, big left hook there.
Trading huge shots. Let's see who's going to be the last man standing.
Big head kick. Under 3 minutes now to go on the round. All right, so now we start to see some redness underneath the elbow. You got to think he's going to continue to attack the body with all of his strikes.
Well, his opponent has not done anything to deter him. He should keep doing this, keep going to the well, until his opponent finds an answer. Because right now, he seems lost to it. Another big takedown.
Oh, and he escapes up to his feet. Very nice.
Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks. Oh, back and forth we go. Ortega's in there, fighting calm, staying collected in the face of a very tough fight right now.
All right, so a little welt there starting to develop on the side of his body. A lot of strikes landing in that area tonight.
I mean, he's got to do something. You cannot continue to ignore that you're getting hit in the body over and over again. You better address it now before we get to a point where you can't continue to fight. That was a nice transition. That was right off the strike into the takedown, and it looked effortless. It did not look like he had to work hard to finish the takedown like Paul.
Clean with that offer. Oh, now gets an underhook to get a more dominant position. Ortega's now dealing with a cheek cut.
Nice shot there by Valentina.
10 seconds to go in round one. Oh, so what an end to the round. He got knocked down just before the final horn. You can classify that as saved by the bell.
You've been here before, all right? That was nothing. You're gonna go out there, stay on the outside, and take your time.
All right, let's get you a replay from that previous round. It was the big knockdown courtesy of that kick that nearly closed the show for good.
It almost closed the show, but nothing's more discouraging than when you get somebody hurt that bad and you don't shut the door. He has to go back to work now knowing that he's got about as tough a guy as he's ever had in front of him in the octagon tonight.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round two. Oh, beautiful hook. Place shot there, DC. He is officially rocked.
A big, massive hook that really has put his opponent on skates.
Oh, big left. Punch coming, it's blocked. Every strike he lands, that cut gets worse.
Yeah, it's getting... He's hurt bad.
Well, informed speculation says he's going to try to set up another hook here. Oh, and there it is. You saw that coming from a mile away. Ortega's doing a nice job there raising the guard to protect the eye with that block. You can't allow that cut to get worse as this fight continues. Well, shades of Anthony Showtime Pettis against Tony Ferguson. Oh!
What a fight. Both of these guys are trying to finish.
Just over 3 minutes to go now. Oh, damaging knee to the head. Oh, another huge knee.
And look at the post on the opposite side to give himself the correct space to land these beautiful knees.
On that punch right there, his opponent's compromised, DC.
It's one thing to land a hard shot. It's another thing completely to land a perfect shot. And that was a perfect shot.
Well, he was setting up the hooks. Vicious combo there. All right, so the referee has called a halt to the action here, likely to have the doctor come in and look at the swelling around that eye. Not good, DC.
You cannot allow these fighters to dictate and determine whether or not they can go. When you have this type of swelling, you got to take a close look to see if the guy can compete.
We'll see if the doctor allows the fight to continue. It looks as though he will. Crowd loves it when the doctor lets the fight continue, don't they?
I love it. I love it when he lets it continue, especially when you have a fight that has been as fun as this one to this point.
All right, so the ringside physician has made his way back to his seat.
Another one!
Well, MMA is a constant exercise in risk mitigation, right? But it would seem to me that if he really goes for it offensively, you get him out of there.
Well, he's got him hurt. He's got him hurt. He's got him hurt multiple times in one round. It looks like this fight should be over by now, but his
He's got him hurt badly now. Dean calls for the stand up there. Well, the more things change, the more they stay the same. He continues to land a high volume of strikes. I mean, technically, this would be a flying triangle if he can finish it here.
A flying triangle.
No, he's out. The fight's going to continue.
Oh, my goodness. I thought it was over. I thought this fight was over.
And he will let his opponent stand up here. Final seconds here.
He's back in the clinch. How does he proceed from here?
10 minutes in the books. All right, good news is the round is over. Bad news, Ortega's eye is in real trouble, folks. That does not look good. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see the ringside physician be called on here. He might even stop the fight. We'll see. All right, well, defense wins championships, and perhaps he can shore some things up there. Here are some replays from the damaging previous round.
Well, he's got to. He's got to change some things if he doesn't want this cut to get worse. But hats off to his opponent. His opponent found the target. His opponent knew exactly what he wanted to accomplish, and he got it done. He's got to continue down the path in order to make the cut worse.
All right, here we go with this third round of this championship fight. Back to his feet.
Nice block.
Ortega's cut has really opened up now, folks. I don't necessarily... Oh! That is it!
Oh, my goodness!
Yeah, that was just a gorgeous shot to end the fight right there. I'm not even sure the opponent really saw it coming. So back to the drawing board for him. But for the winner, this is certainly exactly what he was looking for here tonight. Let's go inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 37 seconds of the third round, declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world,